It all started with a drunk bet, I'm not gonna lie. It's 4th of July, and there's a good bit of alcohol involved. Let's just keep it at that. You know, that drunk confidence I just said in front of all of them, like, screw that, F that, I'll walk onto the team. They all kind of looked at me pretty funny, and they're like, you've never wrestled a day in your life.
A few moments later.
Playing possum, maybe, I don't know. Got out of the way. Matt Hardy crashed and burned.
And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Yeah, that's me getting tossed.
And Randy Orton slithering.
Oh, watch out, watch out!
And his name is John Cena!
And again.
Heads up, went for the moonsault.
One more time.
And his name is John Cena!
I'm not even gonna finish this clip, but you could imagine how I felt the next day. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? So today, I just wanted to go through my experience of walking on to a NCAA college wrestling team and kind of what brought me there and how and this is not a clickbait title. I had zero wrestling experience. I played baseball my whole life. I did grow up kickboxing a little bit and doing some Muay Thai, but zero grappling. So never did jiu-jitsu before this, no wrestling, nothing. So all baseball. And yeah, let's get straight into it. And I have a lot of wrestling footage of my journey starting out as the summer going into my senior year of college. So it's never too late, fellas. It's never too late. The mindset, the alter ego that I developed to be able to do this, and the work and just what got me to this point. I played baseball at Worcester Polytechnic Institute, born and raised in South Florida. That's all I did my whole life, year round. Fall, winter, spring, summer, just always played baseball. And by the time I ended high school, had a bad elbow, and I tried playing every year in college, and my elbow kept giving out within a week or two into the spring season. Junior year, hit mid 300s, I believe it was around 340 something, hit my first college home run that fall season. And I was super stoked to get into the spring season, and boom, my elbow gave out. My UCL, I got my MRI. It was about a week into the season. My UCL was almost fully torn. It was like 90-something% torn. And on top of that, I fractured my coronoid bone, which that's a bone in your elbow, which I've never even heard of. But essentially, I was out. I kind of came to the realization my baseball career is over. My end goal was to transfer to a D1 school for my 5th year, and I kind of knew that was just out of the cards now. So just very disappointing. And this is where the fun part comes. I couldn't stop and let it heal, or else none of this would have came to fruition. So I literally wrestled with a fractured elbow, and it was very painful. Warming up always sucked. Once I got warmed and we actually started drilling and I got a sweat, the pain always went away, but it would come back in full force about an hour or two after every training session or practice. I wrestled for about 2 or 3 months with still a fractured elbow from the baseball season. So yeah, fun fact. I was always great friends with the wrestlers. I met them on my second night of going to college during a college orientation, and we just clicked. So in the off season, I was always with the wrestlers. I would go to wrestling only parties, and it was nuts. I mean, I just bonded really well with them, and I fit in really well with them. nights we would go and we would start wrestling, and it always amazed me how the little like 125 pounders would beat the crap out of me. And we're just talking. I'm like, yeah, my baseball career is over. I think I'm gonna be a team manager next year, etc. Blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, dude, you should do club wrestling. And I still remember it was my buddy Chris. Chris, if you're watching this, shout out you. And he was a heavyweight on the wrestling team, and I had a lot of stews in me, had a lot of booze in me, and that drunk confidence. I just said in front of all of them, like, screw that, f that. I'll walk onto the team, I'll wrestle for real. And they all kind of looked at me pretty funny, and they're like, you've never wrestled a day in your life. We've watched you wrestle like guys 50 pounds less than you. 4th of July took place in New Hampshire, but I just took a couple days off and went to New Hampshire. But other than that, I was working in Virginia for a marine construction company, and Virginia just so happens to be one of the best wrestling states in America.
You are approaching a United States vessel and entering a restricted area. You are directed to depart the area and remain well clear of this vessel. Failure to acknowledge and comply may result in United States defensive action and damage to your vessel.
Shit.
Unidentified boat, change course and remain well clear.
So I told him, like, dude, I'm working on Virginia Beach. I'll join a wrestling club and get good enough to walk on by the time school starts. I guess I only told very few people, but everyone just thought I was crazy. Now, let's jump to some videos. So this video is like the night after 4th of July or something. This is actually caught on a Ring camera, and this is my buddy Ryan. He basically told me, he's like, listen, man, if you're serious about this, let's get after it. And keep in mind, you can see in the bottom right hand corner, this is at 2:30 a.m. So I'm not gonna lie, we went out that night. But so we're getting after, and he told me, he's like, listen, man, I'm not gonna take it easy on you. I'm gonna do you a disservice if I just mess around. He's like, we're wrestling for real. So he's just, I mean, he is fireman's carrying me. He's tossing me. I'm doing freaking unintentional somersaults. He's flipping me. I mean, I woke up the next day, I was so sore. And it was definitely a brutal awakening. And I was like, shoot, I am going to have to work so freaking hard for this. So I found the club. I just went back to Virginia after the whole 4th of July weekend. And I Google searched wrestling clubs near me. There was, shout out, Great Neck Wrestling Club. You guys put me on. These guys wrestled. It was either like Iowa or Ohio State. It was like one of the best like D1 colleges that they wrestled at. And they were great coaches. Now this video is from August 9th, it looks like. This kid was a sophomore going into his junior year in high school. And I'm moving, I guess, a lot better. I'm not as stiff, but I'm dancing. Let's be real here. I'm not really wrestling. I'm dancing. So lots of extra footwork here. Lots of just, I'm being extra, and then I go in for a shot, and I have zero technical expertise there in on that shot. Now this is about 2 weeks later. This is my buddy. Oh, this is Chris. This is the one from 4th of July that I originally made the bet, and he's the heavyweight on the team. Disgusting wrestler. I mean, great kid, great wrestler. And so we're down in Florida now, and he's just trying to teach me how to finish a shot, and I just have no idea how to finish it. So he's showing me here how to run the pipe. So after I come in, boom, and we went down to Florida for a couple days. I'm originally from South Florida, and we went down to visit. I was visiting family anyways, and we went down. We stopped by University of Florida on the way down. I had a bunch of buddies go to college there. And then we went down to Boca and Fort Lauderdale area, and we just sparred on the beach, honestly, for a couple days. It was pretty sick.
A few moments later.
It's funny. I used to give crap to the wrestlers when I played baseball. They're always, during the season, they're always complaining like, "Oh, this hurts, that hurts. I'm so tired. I'm hungry. Blah blah blah. I'm thirsty." And I always used to think that I was just like, bro, like these are such complainers. And then I went through it, and during preseason, which ended up being nothing compared to the actual season, and I thought preseason was hell. And I was like, I get it. These kids are tough. That you don't realize how hard it is. It doesn't look that hard until you actually do it. It's like it's by far the hardest thing. I'm telling you, just cardio wise, wrestling is the hardest one. At least for cardio. I mean, it is so hard. But let's get into it. So this is this is the first week of the actual wrestling season. So now I made the team. I did the impossible, and boom, the doctor wouldn't approve me. So Holy Cross was about 5 to 10 minutes away. So I go to the Holy Cross doctor in Worcester, and he wouldn't approve me either. So I was at a roadblock, and I go down to Florida, and I have a doctor down there that I was friends with, and I'm not going to drop any names here, but he signed the papers. I got all my medical records and whatnot approved, and then we were good to go. So here I'm wrestling my boy Theo, and we're still friends to this day. He's a senior right now at WPI, and this kid is a beast. I mean, I'll put up a photo with him now. In here he was 149. I think now he wrestles at like 174, and just absolute beast of a wrestler. Yeah, he was my training guy for most of my time in college. And here, this is a pretty sick clip. So he's turning me here. He's trying to get the points, and boom, look at that reverse. I don't even know what I call that, but let's play that in slow motion. I mean, that was pretty sick. He tries to toss me right here and get my legs out the way. Let's go. That was sick. So like right here, when I have both of my arms on him, I thought I just got a takedown. So I was still pretty clueless on how the point scoring worked. I was just trying to survive in that room. And then fast forward a little bit, we get in this little scramble. Fast forward, boom, boom. Again, it's neutral right now. And then I come here, we stand up. And as I come up with his leg, we're so tired right now. This is the end of the match. And then boom, just tripped him. That was the actual takedown. In the moment, I didn't even know that. I thought I had the takedown the whole time. So yeah, pretty funny. I knew I had zero chance of being on the starting squad and getting like team points. And I was just happy to be on the team. So I wasn't expecting to wrestle at all. And then it was that Friday. It was our first tournament on Saturday, and I didn't realize that college wrestling had exhibition matches. Like in baseball, like we didn't have that. It was just like you started and you played. We didn't have like exhibition games for the guys that didn't play. So I just assumed I'm like, this is cool. Bust my butt 5 days of the week, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm just chilling. I just go and watch college wrestling matches and cheer on my team. And it was that Friday, the night before our first tournament that year. The coach told me, he goes, oh yeah, just so you know, you're getting a match tomorrow. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, we have exhibition matches. Like every guy, the tournament is big enough where every guy on this roster is wrestling tomorrow. And I didn't know how the point system worked at this moment. So I actually went back after that and watched hours of just like wrestling rules and whatnot, and that's when I realized I was not finishing any takedowns. Grabbing onto someone's leg and getting full control of that is not a takedown, fun fact. So yeah, I went back and like learned that, and I'll throw some footage up of my very first ever wrestling match.
Let's go, Joe. Go, Joe. There you go, Joe. Joe.
So I successfully completed the bet, and I knew I was coming back for a 5th year, and I had an extra year of eligibility. Fun fact, I actually had 3 extra years of eligibility. So if I wanted to, I could have wrestled a 6th year and a 7th year, but come on, I mean, that's kind of crazy. But so I come back for a 5th year to get my master's, and I wasn't planning on wrestling, but I ran into the wrestling coach on campus, and he told me, he's like, "Oh, you wrestling again this year?" I've never seen someone pick up this sport so quickly in my life. And he said that, and I was like, "Coach, I'm running it back. Let's do it." So again, I don't have many clips, but let's play a clip from my 5th year, and I'm just moving so much better. You know, I'm snapping, faking, snap, ankle pick, boom. You know, just getting. I learned a lot in that 1st year of wrestling, and in that 5th year. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. You know, I mainly recorded this because for 2 reasons. Number one is if even just one person can be impacted by this in a positive way, I really want you guys to watch this and be motivated. You know, sometimes there's going to be things in life that you want, that you know you want, but statistically it might seem impossible, or everyone might tell you that you're crazy, it's impossible, it won't work, blah, blah, blah. And I just want you to use this as motivation that sometimes it's going to be really hard, and there's no doubting that, but it's still possible. And I guess number 2 is just I wanted something to document my journey in a way for, you know, my future self, I guess my future family, for my family back home, all that. I just thought it would be cool to document this process. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and use this as motivation. Go after your dreams, go after what you want, work hard, and be able to convey what you can bring to the table. That's all for today's video. Have a great night, everybody. Wapo out. Peace.